Oh yeah. Hello, hooray for Hollywood. La, 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 Hollywood.
It's that time of year. It's the 97th Oscars, right?
Right.
Three more and it's going to be 100.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oscar's getting old.
Honey,
He's gonna
we
be a
are.
vampire.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Let's start.
Which one should we
With-
start with?
Actor in a supporting role. Yura Borazov in Anora. Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce, The Brutalist. And Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice.
So I guess we'll start with you, George.
Oh yes, me. Okay.
Yeah.
Since I only seen one movie, no, I'm kidding. They make it difficult. You gotta have these movies out for rent, before the Oscars, so we can watch them. So I actually saw two movies. I saw Anora and Real Pain. I didn't see the Complete Unknown, Brutalist, Apprentice. But based on just those two movies, it's about two choices for me. I thought which he's been winning anyways. I thought Kieran Culkin was really good, and only because he pissed me so much in the movie. I was watching it like I want that guy. Somebody to slap that guy. He's annoying me so much. And I go, usually when a character annoys me so much that I don't like the character, I go, that's good acting.
Yeah.
So he was what I say. I would give it to him. Yeah, even though I haven't seen the other ones.
Yeah. Edward Norton in a Complete Unknown. That's the Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Right. They were saying that the lady that played Joan Baez and the guy he plays Pete Seeger in that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of a small part, right?
No.
It's a big part.
It is a supporting actor part. He's
Okay.
one of the main characters in this.
Yeah, he influenced Bob Dylan a
Well,
lot.
he's always good. Edward Norton is
Exactly.
always
I
good.
agree. I thoroughly agree.
I agree with George that Kieran Culkin and it was so annoying. I mean, I hated that character, right? I just hated him. Yura Borazov, I've never seen him in anything else, but I'll probably see more of him. He's something very likable about him. He was great. He played a very relaxed kind of character, and he was really good at. Guy Pearce is always. I did not see The Brutalist because you didn't release it till
Yesterday.
yesterday. I'm not going to sit for 3 hours and
45 minutes.
More than that.
Right,
Yeah.
and I didn't see Jeremy Strong Apprentice. So I am going to give it to Edward Norton because he's always good.
It's funny. When we were doing this is the category where I said I think all of them are excellent. I saw all the movies this year, believe it or not.
Wow.
But I thought, wow, all 5 of these actors I thought were very good in their roles. And this is actually the strongest category. I have no qualms with this category. Everyone else, it's like, yeah. In fact, I would say, yeah, even after seeing Sing Sing, there's this Clarence McLean.
Yes.
He was like outstanding. I would say anybody from Conclave could have been here as well.
that's
right?
true.
So
Yeah.
this obviously was a great category.
I agree.
But I have to admit, I thought Jeremy Strong is playing Roy Cohn. So good, so amazing in that movie. Guy Pearce also playing a bizarre kind of, well, he's not bizarre. He's just a typical businessman of that time period, which is post-World War II, right? Like I said, Ed Norton playing this incredibly nice guy, right? Kieran Culkin playing this really annoying brother who you sort of like half the time, but you said you want to slap him the
Right.
other half. And Yura Borisov.
no, there was no
was
time
great.
I didn't want to slap him.
Oh, really?
No, one.
Oh, I saw the charm he had. Like I said, there's,
God.
like let's go stand in front of the statues and things like that. And he got everyone to do that, right? And then Yura Borisov, he has such an unusual role because he was the big surprise that I thought, I'm so glad he was nominated because he's so integral to that movie, I think, because of my reaction to the movie. But we'll talk about that when we get a big picture.
Yeah.
But I agree with you guys. I would have to give it with Kieran Culkin because emotionally, he's the one that I really, like I said, felt strongly about.
Yeah.
Like I said, how annoying he is, and yet I understand his character, this and that. In fact, I even wanted to like him.
Hey.
You know, and there's some
you just
really
couldn't.
incredible scenes. Oh no, there are. There are several
kidding.
scenes. You know, after when they went to the Auschwitz and stuff like that. He does some really great work. So that's what I'm basing it on. If I voted, though, I probably would have voted for that Yura Borisov
Oh.
because I liked that
Yeah.
movie so much. I thought his character was so important to the movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm just astounded he got nominated. So
You know, it's funny. I was concerned, but that they have 10 categories for movies, best film,
right.
and that means that there's 10 movies and there was actors in all those movies. So then,
Right.
why don't you make it 10 categories for each?
Yeah,
for them, 10.
absolutely.
Because like Stanley Tucci would have been nice to see that too.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
they-
Anyone from the
How
cast
do you have-
conclave, I thought they were
Yeah.
excellent.
So when you have 10 best films and you only know what, 5 directors, what does that mean? five films were nominated for best film and they had no directing.
Right.
Also,
Anyway,
too,
go
they
ahead.
don't tell you what the how they base their
They,
voting.
they
on.
should do what the Globes does.
I think they do
Comedy
it on,
and
like-
musical and as drama.
It's what?
Seemingly, yeah.
I
That
But
would
they
think
should
it's
do that.
like the people, like, in other words, like the people that are the let's say directors
Right.
within that group, they vote for best director. Or like the actors vote for the actors.
But what is the What is the basis?
criteria.
They
Criteria,
think,
thank you.
They think they think the those people, a lot of them, differently coming
Right.
together in different, think that person should get recognition for the work that they did, right?
It's so funny. I always thought everybody voted for all of them. Like actors voted for directors, best for everything.
Probably that's the way it was in the old days.
Was it different now?
Well, yeah, I think it is different now. And one of the things that I had a friend once who told me about how he was nominated. I mean, not nominated, but he was presented as becoming a member
Right.
of the academy. And at the time, Roddy McDowell was the head of the academy, and he turned him down because he said he's never played a character with any honor.
What
And
a weird thing.
I know. I mean, that's so.
But
that
did
would,
he tell him how
today,
to vote?
that would mean like, okay, oh, he just automatically put him in.
Did he tell him how to vote? I mean, is that
This was. I mean, this is getting into the history of the academy because I would say that was in the 80s, 70s, or 80s.
yeah? But I mean, what is the criteria for what people vote on?
You tell me.
I think they just literally just say, "Oh, I think this person was good."
And then
But once they get a certain amount, the nominees, for
Right.
example, or how many votes? Let's say you had 10 people who like tied in the number
Right.
of votes.
Okay.
That then they literally say, "Okay, here are the nominees," and you're right. Then it's like vote for these people out of the 5,
Right.
and that then whoever gets the most votes, which is why there's been ties.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the reality of it too. It's like who's spending the most
Most
money
money.
to give them the goodies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, my choice was Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I never found him irritating. I found the other guy, Jesse Eisenberg, irritating because he just didn't, I hate people who just don't say what they want. You know what I mean? Like, just say it. Don't.
Well, he was irritating too for that
He
reason.
was so
He
irritating.
was a doormat.
I didn't find this guy, I mean, he was hyper, that's for sure.
Oh.
But, I'm a hyper person, so
I-
it's
I-
hard
I would
to
put it
gauge it.
crackhead,
Yeah.
cokehead. That's what I would
Well,
say.
I'm not that.
No, that's
You
what
want-
I would say.
You
about
want
him.
you want to give him the old snap out of it.
Well, funny enough, I didn't feel
No,
that way
and-
about him. I
and
thought he
when
was a livelier one.
When I'm putting down the character, I'm not putting down the actor.
No, I know.
The
I know.
actor was really good because
Yeah.
he was so fucking
Yeah,
annoying.
exactly.
There's nothing
Hello.
that he's in that I don't like. But I think playing a hyper, coked out guy dealing with his deadbeat cousin, that's got to be really hard to play. I think the more normal.
His cousin wasn't deadbeat.
Oh, I thought he was.
Well, deadbeat is usually like somebody who's not working and not
Oh, I meant
he has a-
personality. I meant personality.
trap.
So I picked that one. That's who I picked.
I'm really glad to hear you guys do that because I think I'm going to go with him too. To me, it's like between him and Edward Norton. And the thing about Edward Norton is he was so perfect as Pete Seeger that I kept saying, this is exactly what I've always thought about Pete Seeger. He's a smug, faux liberal, blah, blah, blah. And Norton just had everything about it. I mean, you see that he's the one who feels betrayed at the end. You know, but and also the three of them, the fellow playing Scoot McNairy playing Woody Guthrie,
Right.
and Norton as Pete Seeger, and then Dylan coming in there. I mean, those scenes really set the tone of that movie, because that was what it felt like. That it really felt. You said that these are three guys who really connect, and something's going to happen that's going to
Right.
be a problem for that.
Damn musicians.
Now, getting back to Kieran Culkin, the reason that I like Kieran Culkin so much is the first thing I ever saw him in, and it might be the only thing I've seen him in before this, was an incredible movie called The Mighty.
Oh,
Oh.
sure.
Oh, that was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, well, he's the crippled kid in that.
Yeah, I know.
Also, Hero in the Mighty, I think.
He's been working for a long
That
time.
was a great
Well,
movie.
the name McCulkin is one that
Right,
does.
that is
get-
it.
but I said this. I mean, it was such a
That
sensitive
was a great
performance too, and I just thought this was. I mean, that movie is one of my favorite movies. It moves me. I mean, I watched that. I realized watching that movie once that anytime I'm seeing some representation of King Arthur, I'm stirred in my soul because of the perfection of what the aim was with Camelot, and that is coming from my background of the British Isles. That's like a god to me, and it really is like I see that, and it's like I well up with emotion, and that movie is just so well done too. And I got to say, I give Sharon Stone credit for getting that movie made.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So,
I have to
a
watch it
lot of
again.
it's Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, it looks like
And I don't want to look over Guy Pearce, even though I was in and out on that movie. I think he's always great.
It
Yeah, me
wasn't
too.
Sharon Stone, it was Emma Stone, right?
What?
No, it was Sharon Stone who got the
Oh, the Mighty
The
Man.
Mighty,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, you're talking about something else. Okay.
Okay. So it seems to be.
Kieran Culkin.
Unanimous?
Yeah.
No, I
Decision?
didn't pick him. I picked Edward Norton.
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you picked
Yeah.
Rebel.
Okay.
hmm
What's
Okay.
next?
So we'll do. So we're gonna do a 2 and 2. So we'll do now best actress before
Oh.
we take the break.
Okay, so we're gonna do
Actress. I mean supporting.
yeah,
Actress.
actress in a supporting role.
Okay.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Okay,
Actress
so
supporting role now. Doing the fade. the crossfades.
okie doke.
Actress in a supporting role: Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown; Ariana Grande, Wicked; Felicity Jones, The Brutalist; Isabella Rossellini, Conclave; Zoe Saldana, Emilia Perez.
Next one.
This one I have okay, I didn't, as much as I love Isabella Rossellini, her part was not big enough,
Right?
To me.
Absolutely.
right? So, and I don't understand why Ariana Grande is, and also in Best. There's a couple of actresses like this
Right.
where I think they played equal roles. I don't
Right.
think she was a supporting actress. She was definitely. They were both.
Equally.
Yeah,
Right.
Share the
yeah,
bill, huh?
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give it to. I'm giving it to Zoe Saldana, and I'm giving it to her because him, whatever. Even though then forget the complications of the situation, but him as the
No, Soros Dajanya is
She was the lawyer.
is the lawyer.
oh
Yeah, there's best supporting.
Best supporting
Yeah, I
actress.
was
in a
wondering
supporting-
there.
supporting
Supporting.
actress. Oh, okay.
Should we come back to you?
Yes, come back to me.
Not that this is not best actress.
That's
Okay.
a shock.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
okay, I'm going to get a lot of hate on this one,
You're
but
going to say Isabella Rose.
no, I didn't like Ariana Grande at all in Wicked.
Thank
Oh,
you.
really?
Thank you.
I found her, I mean, talk about annoying, but just
Thank
because of the way
you.
she portrayed the character. So she was out, in fact. And as I always do, right? I would rather have seen at least Margaret Qualley get nominated for The Substance, but the same thing. I felt
Right.
she should have been a
That-
best
that-
actress kind of thing. So
I don't
That
agree
one.
with you on the
Yeah.
Ariana Grande one, but
no.
I do.
I do understand what you're saying about
Yeah, I thought the same thing
yeah.
too.
She
But-
should have been an equal.
Yeah.
Okay,
role.
yeah. But I did like all the other four. Felicity Jones, solid performance in The Brutalist. Like you said, Isabel Rossellini. I loved what your review when we did the show about how you knew Catholic nuns and she was a Catholic nun.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
for 20 seconds in the whole movie.
Well, no, but see, that's what I said. Like the Yuri Borisov character, it's an integral part.
I don't
Only
think so.
because I think so. Only because
No, I
one, I did love the scene like she had with Ray Fiennes, where he approaches her and says, "I know you were close to the Pope," and he makes that speech about why he wants certain information.
Right.
The look on her face, they're on their face
Yes.
for like a minute or two, where you just see that, and she sort of makes a conscious decision of, "I understand
Right.
now," kind of thing. So doing that just with your face and your eyes, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
acting.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why.
Yes.
And like I said, Zoe Saldana, I think, is probably going to win because she's the most popular one, I think, at the time point. But I have to admit, after watching A Complete Unknown, I thought Monica Barbaro was
Oh,
sensational. I mean, only because, the way Ed Norton, Ariette, and Monica Barbaro portrayed the characters, maybe not knowing them as well, but it's like I didn't hear Joan Baez. I heard this actress doing Joan Baez. So
Right.
when they started singing, they were singing their style of singing. It wasn't Joanne Baez, but I thought they are nailing the actual characters in me, the heart of what these characters
Yeah,
mean
she's-
and are. And that's what impressed me when I'm watching, especially her in this movie. I thought, oh my God, it's not Joan Baez, but everything she's doing just reminds me everything absolutely about Joan Baez.
But isn't
She doesn't.
that bad?
No, because it was like the problem I had with Renee Zellweger doing the Judy Garland.
Right.
She nails Judy Garland when she's speaking and everything, but once she starts singing, it
But that's
turns
the
me
biggest
off.
part.
But that's the thing, it turned me off because it's Renee Zellweger.
Right.
It's like that's not
yeah, but
Judy
he's-
Garland.
that's why he.
They
one of the
should
reasons
lip sync
he
that
liked
one.
her
No,
here
exactly.
because she.
But
She was
she was
singing.
herself.
Yeah.
She was herself. But like I said, she just captures, in my opinion, just the true nature character of me seeing Joan Baez over the years. Not a huge fan, but I remember the 70s. I used to watch her and being interviewed because she was sort of also a, I don't want to say a
Activist.
radical, but activist.
She's an
Thank you.
activist. Yeah.
Yeah, like when she was
When she
singing.
married
and-
Tom Hayden.
Tom
Way.
Hayden's like-
Maybe
I thought that was
maybe
so
because his
weird.
sister.
That was Jane Fonda.
That was
Yeah, I
Joan
think it was
Johnson.
both of them.
But even her body language
Well,
of
she-
walking on and
Really?
off stage, I just thought she just has something. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, but I don't know the woman personally, so maybe that was really her. But I just thought her performance is the one I would vote for as best supporting actress. Yeah.
Okay, Patty.
Okay, it's funny to me, continuing on with what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't sing like that artist,
They
then
should
lip
sync.
sync.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
please do it well, not like Maria, right? Because it kills it. I mean, for me, it kills
And
it.
also, we're gonna tackle like either you're imitating a folk singer or an opera singer.
Yeah. You know, I mean, all Joan Baez is
Right.
a lot of vibrato.
Goat, she's a goat.
Right, exactly.
But I
Exactly.
picked Zoe Saldana.
Mm.
Not because I thought she was so great, because I didn't think I find this category hard because Isabella Rossellini, it was so small a part that anybody I thought could play her. That was just me. So I'm picking Zoe Saldana because I really don't know who to pick.
Well, that was an unusual role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, since we're making those comparisons, I'm going to jump back to the supporting actor role because you know who played Johnny Cash in that?
Yes. Hold on. Shoot.
It doesn't matter.
In this movie.
Well, it
No,
doesn't
in
may
the-
not matter
in-
in this
Oh, the-
movie, but it
Yeah.
matters to us
Why?
In the complete
because he
unknown.
was the star of In the Shadow of the Moon.
I don't know what you mean.
He was the star of
Oh.
that movie, the Shadow of the Moon, the one about
Oh,
the,
I
guy, the
can
guy's
see it 'cause he
daughter
kind of looks
coming
like
back
that.
to kill him.
I can see it because he kind of looks like kind of like oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
And he was great as Johnny Cash. He had a couple of scenes, a couple of brief lines. He was great.
So
But now on this one, Monica Barbaro, quite simply, a movie star is born.
really,
There's no way. I mean, she would have to murder a child horribly to not have a great career because she's gorgeous. She can sing. She can act.
Well, that's weird because Joan Baez was not gorgeous.
No, but she was.
what?
Joan Baez was very pretty, but
She was not really.
See, I thought
yeah,
she
I've
was.
seen Joan Baez live. She was pretty.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Hello.
you're
No.
you're in the same group here.
I said, okay, but I mean that has nothing
At
to do
that
with what we're
time, she
talking
was
about.
not considered pretty. Maybe now she would because
It
individual.
doesn't.
beauty.
That's not even the point of, I'm trying to make.
See,
The
I've always
point
did
I'm
find
making
her
here is that
attractive. but
that this
not a beauty.
actress
Yeah.
has got something that I want to see more of on the screen.
We'll check it
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
But
Oh,
Isabella
never mind.
Rossellini,
Isabel Sabini,
Really?
like-
yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
I- I
Is,
was-
is that who you're picking? Is Isabella Rossellini?
Yeah.
Well, I
No,
would
I'm
say-
picking Isabel Rossellini. I don't know who this
I
Rossellini
don't-
woman is.
No, not the Rosalini, the Rosalini.
You
Okay,
know,
George.
it's interesting because if Isabella Rossellini would have had just longer parts, longer lines, she probably
Yeah.
could have been like give her a good amount, like
Right.
Ray finds. I haven't seen the complete no, but I've seen trailers. Just from watching tons of videos.
Right.
and
We're
little
into
clips.
the best actor now. Right?
And supporting actress, yeah. I thought Monica Barbaro, I don't know anything about her or Joan Baez, but I thought she seemed really good on the role. Just from watching, social media stuff.
Because you weren't born
Because I
yet,
didn't,
were you, George?
because I didn't get the right. Because I
He
didn't
was
get
born.
I didn't get the to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Now, it's true that. So obviously everybody likes Zoe Saldana. I wish Quayle would have been in it too.
Who?
And then
Yeah.
Elizabeth, what's her
Absolutely.
Elizabeth?
The girl from The Substance.
Oh, yeah,
Like the
right.
I
young
thought she
lady
was-
anymore, yeah.
In what?
The substance, the girl from the
She
substance.
deserved
Oh,
to
yes,
be in
she
there
was.
more
She
than
was, yes,
Demi
yes.
Moore did.
Absolutely.
I mean, she has such a there was a lot of subtleties to her character too.
Yes.
So, I mean, and so I was actually, and it's kind of very similar to Zoe Saldana, because Zoe Saldana is what she's saying. She got a chance, so she's been she's one of those people that grew up dancing and singing
Right,
and everything.
right.
And this is her first movie where she gets a chance to showcase her chops.
Oh, I didn't realize
Such a
that.
bad
Okay.
Yeah,
showcase.
yeah. But it's such a different. I mean, the music is just. I mean,
So bad.
the music is so different. I mean, it's not like Wicked, which I was like, oh, Wicked, the musical one. But to me, I actually I would like Quayle to have probably won it. It's gonna be Zoe Saldana, but I probably would have picked Quayle if she would have been nominated.
Okay, so which one are you
Okay,
picking?
wait.
Quayle, she's
That's what he
nominated,
picked.
Okay.
but I think Saldana is gonna win it.
But okay. Now I'm going to go back
Well,
to.
no, hold on. Now you're jumping categories.
No.
No, no.
Also,
Yeah, no, because you just went from Quali and.
well, she's not
She's not
nominated.
Nominated.
He-
She's not
he's-
nominated.
I'm picking a
well, it should be
nominated one.
Quali as opposed to Demi
yes.
Moore winning.
Wow. Well,
Right.
we can talk about that.
But-
Well, he's just
I mean,
picking
Quali
somebody
is the
else.
star of the.
So
she's
now I'm
the
going
main
back
character.
to mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I am gonna. Okay, I have an interesting dilemma. I am torn between Isabella Rossellini and
Really?
Ariana Grande.
Oh my God.
It's
But
like
she had a funny role.
Talk about a two-sided piece of
Yeah,
paper.
exactly.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
It's like
Complete, right? Complete.
yes. I did not. I was not looking forward to seeing Wicked, and it just totally blew me away. It was so good. I mean, both her and
Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia, yes, they were like had so much chemistry together, and they are amazing singers, both of them.
They are.
And she did it and Ariana Grande. The reason I wasn't really looking forward to it is I thought she was going to do it in a modern style. She did it like in a Julie Andrews style.
Yes.
She was,
exactly.
she did that old kind of that Broadway.
Way.
Very much so.
Yeah, kind of. And I was really impressed with her. I really liked her. The thing with Isabel Rossellini though is that every time she's on the screen, she dominates.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it. Exactly.
It's like so even though she wasn't there very much, when she's there, you like pay attention. It's like
She needs to be a Marvel character.
yeah, it's kind of like what.
She just look at you and you know.
Yeah, she just had all those guys kind of like
Yeah.
just like
Like dogs.
yeah, exactly. So I am torn between the two. Although because the part was much bigger, I'm going to give it to Ariana Grande, who totally surprised me.
Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Next.
And that's it for supporting actor, supporting actress.
I think that was a very wide. We had a
Yes.
lot of different
Yes, picks,
things on
yeah.
that.
So,
Okay,
so,
so
we'll
now
be
what are we doing
so we'll be
before
back with best
No,
actress and best actor.
Yep.
Alrighty. And hooray for Hollywood.
Okay, so now we're going with actor in a leading role, and that would
No. Actually, I should have done supporting first, but
Might
okay.
have mine.
what?
No, this is.
What?
Hold on.
No, not the
Actor
drink.
in a leading role.
Uh,
Third one.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Oh, you're
Yes.
right. I
Can
do.
you
Keep up.
read my own writing?
Okay.
I cannot read my own printing.
That's just where your mind's at. And
Okay.
where mine needs
Patty.
to be at.
Actor in a leading role. Adrian Brody, The Brutalist. Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown. Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing. How do I say it?
Rafe.
Rafe Fiennes, Conclave. Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice.
So, Patty.
Which one?
Best actor.
Oh, best actor.
Or
Okay.
actor in a leading role.
I really loved Ralph Fiennes in Conclave because I thought the role he had to play was. I always think playing normal people must be so incredibly hard.
Exactly. I agree.
But I'm going to go with Adrian Brody because I know there's got to be emotional angst with it, and I know he does that so well. So, but Sebastian Stan doing Donald Trump in The Apprentice, he was good.
I think I got yours. 'Cause these are
No, I already wrote them all down. So I'm going to go with the Brutalist, Adrian.
Okay, you can't go wrong with that, eh?
Well,
But what do you think, babe?
oh, okay. Well, now, Adrian Brody, I actually talked about this last time that this, the character's name is Laszlo Tuth, who was a real guy, but this has nothing to do with him. It's just very confusing. Timothy Chalamet, this is the first thing I've seen him in. I thought he did a good job. Coleman Domingo, don't know him.
Oh, he's fabulous.
Well, I saw a clip of him from something the other night on TV, and I hated it.
Oh, what's the
I
one I
hated
told
him.
you to watch?
Oh, it was the one thing was nominated last year for another movie.
Right.
But what? Remember, there's a series. Oh, he was
Sing
fabulous.
Sing, it's called.
No, not this movie.
Oh,
It's
see,
a
that's
different
series, yeah.
thing. He was brilliant.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Take your word for it. And Ray Fiennes, well, I'm going to pick him. Sebastian Stan, I really like Sebastian Stan. I didn't know about this picture. I didn't know he was in. I didn't know he was playing Donald Trump. And I would like to find it somewhere so I can watch it. But
Right.
I don't think anything's going to change me from Ray Fiennes on this.
he was
He's just
great.
so fucking great.
He was great.
Oh, it's me. Yes.
The Apprentice is on Prime.
Oh, okay.
You know, if
George.
obviously Aaron Brody, I haven't seen The Brutalist, but I saw The Pianist. Every once in a while he pops up to do the award winner.
Slightly different.
Yeah, slightly different. But I mean, but more like his
Still in the
his
wheelhouse.
well, more like quality as an actor though. How intense he is, how good he is as an actor. So I mean, I can see why he's been winning the awards. I would like to see the movie. I just didn't have
That'd be
it
good.
wasn't out yet, and I didn't have 4 hours to watch it yet. Actually, Coleman Domingo was really good in. I haven't seen this movie, but I saw him in the one where he plays the civil
Yeah.
rights, the gay cil rights.
Oh, Bayard
character.
Ruskin. He
Yeah.
did Ruskin.
Yes, and he
Okay.
was really good there. I can see why he's nominated. I've seen a lot of clips and discussion on this movie, Sing Sing, and this is again, it's a theater. It's creating a theater in prison, which is it looks very interesting. I actually want to see that too. It just hasn't come out yet, so where I can watch it.
So who are you picking?
You know,
Don't rush him.
I thought he's
there.
finished. Sorry.
but actually, again, it would have to be for me between Adrian Brody and Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
They both have a very kind of also similar, like, intense. But I think say Ray Fiennes is even more intense. He's just like kind of in a way he's kind of like Isabella Rossellini, where not a lot going on there, not a lot talking, but you can feel that
Yeah.
you can feel the gravitas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I would say Ray Fiennes. I really like his character in that
I
one.
hope
That's why I'll
Ray
give it to him.
Fiennes wins.
Yeah, I'm going with Ray Fiennes.
I think
too.
it's time.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I mean, I can't even tell you how. This is what amazes me when you play I always believe him. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
I thought he was great in the menu.
I think
yeah,
it's right in the
exactly.
dig.
I always
Right,
believe
right,
him.
Schindler's
Yeah.
Although
List.
I think
Yeah.
that was an easier role
Mm.
because it was almost like almost like a caricature
Right,
kind of
right,
thing.
right.
But when you're playing just like a person who's doing something, and you're kind of like you're kind of
Normal.
everybody around you. You're kind of like Seinfeld in the
Yeah.
Popistry. You know what I
That's
mean?
really good
You
analogy.
know, it's like everybody around you is like the personalities,
Yeah.
but your personality, you're so strong that your personality still dominates
And hold on to everything else.
Yes, without doing much besides the look.
Right.
You know, and so I feel like this guy is a total craftsman, and I just have to give
I
it to
changed
him.
I just
Even
did-
though I know Adrian Brody is going to win, I really hope it's Ralph Fiennes.
I think it's going to be Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay,
Yeah,
come on.
I thought all five were good.
Yeah.
But literally, I think Sebastian Stan was excellent playing Donald Trump. I
Yeah.
mean, again, not quite imitating him, but really capturing the personality
Right.
and seeing him go from a person who, from like being sort of a nobody,
Right.
then finding a mentor in Roy Cohn.
Roy Coyne.
Because
of
Roy
everybody.
Cohn's the one who's like
I didn't know
teaching
that.
him how to do all this stuff. Like,
That's
oh, you
frightening.
sue them. They don't agree to it. You just sue them. Blah blah blah. And
He
so
was ruthless.
to almost see him almost like Donald Trump as the innocent kind of guy.
Yeah.
Who slowly, in my opinion, sort of gets corrupted, or his ego
Yeah.
starts to pop up.
Gets
more, right?
corrupted is a perfect word.
So Sebastian Stan, I thought, was pretty good. And then Coleman Domingo, obviously the actor to watch now. He is, I think, consistently solid. He has, out of all these performances, he had the most emotional response I think I had to
He's
his
good
character.
at that. He's good.
Because it has to do with being a prisoner and doing this like theater group in a prison.
Right.
And oddly enough, most of the supporting, actors in it are all former people who were prisoners in this
Is that
theater.
true?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
why the movie, it's very odd. It almost has like a documentary
Documentary.
kind
Yeah.
of feel to it.
And it's
So,
much better
yeah.
that they are
Yeah.
than that they are current prisoners.
but I just thought, okay, how interesting. So, but Adrian Brody is, again, see, I think technically he has like probably the best performance because of what his character has to go through.
Right.
Surviving the Holocaust, coming to America, trying to adapt, finding that people don't like Jewish people,
Right.
and then finding a millionaire who sort of has a project for him to become this architect that's sort of unique. So to see him go to like artist, intellectual, and sort of still always maintain his dignity until certain points in the movie,
Right.
it is amazing. But it's funny because even like at one point, spoiler, Felicity Jones, as I mentioned, plays his wife in the movie. They're separated, but they're writing letters to each other, and then
Right.
they finally meet. There was like no emotional connection at that. Now, this is sort of odd. Is this what happens when two people have lived apart for so long, and then they finally can come together and reconnect? Is this how they behave? Because she also seems sort of cold too. Like I said, that's why she's very solid in her role. That I just thought, okay, technically I can't, say they're bad, but I'm not. I was
Feeling
thinking,
it?
no,
Maybe
no,
there's no chemistry.
But you're not saying they're good.
No, I'm just saying the way.
I'm going to wait and see who he grabs at
the
the
way
Oscars.
the brutalist is portrayed, everything's rather cold. So it sort of fits the movie itself, but it's just that's why for me and Timothy Chalamet, I felt almost the same way as I did Monica Barbaro, that okay, he's sort of imitating Dylan, but he's not. When he's singing, he's not singing like Dylan, he's singing like Timothy Chalamet, but he really embodies the role. I don't think he's as good as Monica Barbaro, though. Like I said, to me, it's like, that's Joan Baez. She's nailed Joan Baez. I don't think he nails Bob Dylan, but I don't think anyone can. That's the one thing I will say. Bob Dylan is a unique person in our history. there's a reason he's the one songwriter who actually won a Nobel Prize as a poet.
Yeah.
Do you find that his look might also affect it because
Yeah,
No, I see, and that's the thing, because I kept thinking, oh yeah, his hair should be curlier, for example, right?
Also,
Stuff
he-
like that.
he
You know,
doesn't have the jaw of Bob Dylan has a much bigger jawline.
Right.
It was like so
right?
because I was in that time,
But me too.
right? And I loved Bob Dylan at that when he first I loved him,
He's funny. I
right?
didn't.
But I remember what was the album? Route the Highways.
Highway
Highway
61.
61.
Yeah,
revisited.
Highway to
Yeah.
Hell?
No.
Highway
And
61
I
Revisited.
loved that album.
Yeah.
I was like, so I really like Bob Dylan,
Mhm.
and I don't think he physically. The fact that he has curly hair, okay, but he doesn't look like him.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
But did he act like?
But-
I thought he did a
yes,
great
yes,
job of
It gives me, yeah, but unfortunately, he doesn't look like him.
Not at all.
So-
Yeah, and see,
Yeah,
but
that's
he
what I'm
does.
saying. I have no qualms with that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
You don't have to look or sound like them, but if you're embodying the character, and
Yeah,
like I
me
said,
too.
He didn't.
I
embody
mean,
the
when
character.
I'm watching him on stage, especially with him and the Joan Baez stuff,
He's-
it's like, oh man,
he's
this is
too-
the magic.
I
This is the
thought
magic.
he
that they
is
have, you know?
too, and I don't mean this in a. He's too feminine and
Oh, you don't know about
performer.
Bob.
No,
Did
I don't mean Bob.
did it
I
get-
mean the actor.
I know, and I'm
He-
saying that he's not too feminine to
Yeah.
play Bob.
No,
Didn't Kate
he's
Winslet
too
play
feminine.
Bob Dylan too?
Huh?
Didn't Kate Winslet or Kate Blanchett play Bob Dylan?
Like
Bob
that.
There was some
Dylan
movie that she
notoriously
actually
bisexual.
played a.
Oh, I don't
I don't know.
remember.
We'll have to look it up.
Make a
I know that, but it was a
In
very
fact, I
short, like
remember
just
when
more like
when
a.
they did a
Kate
documentary
Blanchett
about
did,
the.
yeah.
They say everybody
Yeah.
liked Bobby. Everybody wanted to sleep with Bobby
Why?
But anyway,
Looks like
because he was like something that they had never seen before.
But
I
I'm
know.
I'm with you guys. I'm going with the Ray Fiennes because I think
Yeah.
again, I'm watching somebody who's doing something so subtle, but yet when he has to,
Right.
there are scenes where he just grabs me. There's a scene where he talks with John Lithgow's character,
Right.
where he says, "Oh, we'll pretend this never happened," and then just the way he looked, he says, "But it did," and the way he almost sounds like he's going to cry when he says it, and he's doing it with a certain amount of anger.
Right.
And I thought, see, he's showing passion in such a subtle way.
He really
like
does. That's
he's like he's
perfect.
not grandstanding. He just says it, and it's like, again, the same way I felt about Isabella Rossellini, just on his face, it's just everything is there. And more importantly, I do mean this, and I hate to sound woke, but I love the things that he was saying. You know, his character.
Woke.
It's like I really
Yeah.
believe.
Kidding.
I really believe. Like, yes, I'm glad you're saying these things, right? Especially his speech about certainty. You know, I loved his portrayal of his character. And out of all the performances I've seen, I just said, you know, I have yet to see anyone top that. So
Right.
that's what.
Who was the black actor in in Conclave? That was the.
I don't know his
I
name.
thought that as a supporting actor,
Right.
he should have been on the list.
Stanley Tucci.
No.
No,
Black
black actor
Uh,
who was,
was
the,
the Afri-
Ethiopian,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Lucian Masmati.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
a
like
Because-
good
he,
Remember that
he had
character.
an actual major part. He played a very intense scene, and it was like he was wonderful. I
But-
mean, literally, I was like, oh,
I'm
That's
sorry.
why
I
it's-
would
it's-
say Stanley Tucci. I would say him.
Yeah.
I would say John Lithgow. I would even say the Italian actor who.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
right.
great.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said,
the
the
cast
supporting
ensemble,
cast was really amazing
Yes.
to me.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
really was.
the ensemble.
But that's why
Exactly.
when you don't know what the criteria is, it's really hard to
well,
make a choice.
there's not. It's just the public, the people,
Opinion.
what
Right.
they
Opinion.
think.
I
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
You know, and somehow that's supposed to
And
work.
I
out
agree
great.
with Bob about the advertising and money because
Absolutely.
You know, you've seen the billboards, right? I drive down Sunset a lot with friends. It's like, oh, for your consideration, best actor, best like Amelia Perez.
Yeah, right.
There are like 5 posters on
Absolutely.
Sunset there. So,
And it was a good
You know.
movie. I have no problem with that movie. It was,
Yeah, yeah.
it was
No,
great.
me either.
so
They
Okay,
have
what's
good-
next?
They have good
Okay,
advertising.
So,
Actress.
Directing?
Now, actress in the leading role.
Oh, sorry.
actress.
That's
in a
you, George.
leading
No,
role.
That's you.
That's me,
Here
Bob.
we go.
Actress in a leading role. Cynthia Erivo, Wicked. Carla Sofia Gascon, Emilia Perez. Mikey Madison, is that right, Mikey? Yeah, Mikey Madison, Anora. Demi Moore, The Substance. Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here.
Okay, Bob.
I can't wait to hear me now.
We can't
Okay,
wait to
well,
hear
let's
you.
see. The only one of these I've seen is The Substance, and talk about the champagne that was sent out for that. Demi Moore. I mean, Demi Moore is like, she's not a bad actress, but come on.
Come on, what?
I mean, that performance?
You didn't like it?
No.
Oh,
We need these things.
It was
clarified.
Margaret Qualley's movie. She's not the star of the movie. Margaret Qualley is the star of the movie. Margaret Qualley outshines her like mad.
And she's
Because
supposed to.
See, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
Well, I
they
do.
were-
that
but
was the
I
whole-
do say they were
that was the
equally
whole
good.
point.
Yeah.
And then after that, you get into, I hate to say it,
What?
politics.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your choice
Or
is
sentimentality.
So what is your
Demi
choice?
Moore, right?
No.
Margaret
Oh,
Qualley.
it's not Demi
My-
Moore.
I
He likes
don't-
Margaret Qualley.
what I said is like she's the only one I've seen, and I'm not familiar with the others, and I have no interest in seeing them. So
Okay.
There we
Next.
go. Next, George.
George.
Oh yeah, the only movie I haven't seen here is the I'm Still Here, and I hear Fernanda Torres was really good. She won that the Golden Globe, I think. But well, I know for me it would be between. Well, Cynthia Erivo did really good too. And it would have to be between Mickey Madison or Mikey Madison and Demi Moore. I think the uh, the level that what the role demanded, I would think Mickey might win it, but I think Demi Moore, for at least for me, I think the role was very interesting, very because she was doing a lot of things of the way she was suffering and being pissed off by the other character.
Right.
Not only because she was better and everything, but well, like the Bionic Man, stronger, faster, whatever. But also that she was taking her life, taking from her too,
Right.
and the way she would react and this, like when she talks to her in the mirror, little scenes like when she's might go on a date, and so she has. To me,
that's
she has such
incredible. That's
very
incredible.
unique scenes in this movie that personally I would give it to Demi Moore. But yeah, I mean, I really like Mickey Mouse. I mean, that was my movie choice for the last time.
So
Last
who are
one,
you
Nora.
choosing? I'm sorry.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore? Okay.
She's like,
Well, there's no rush, Patty.
I'm not rushing.
Let him go
I
to-
just
let
wasn't
him have his
clear.
thought.
I know. I
no,
just wasn't
I
clear.
like Mickey
who it
Mouse,
was.
and I like the Nora, but I think it should be Demi Moore. I thought her character was more,
Good points.
you know.
I have a huge problem with this category because I like every single person in here.
Right.
I thought Cynthia Erivo was amazing. I thought Carla Sofia Gascon as Amelia Perez and as the drug lord was amazing.
Yep.
And I thought Mickey Madison was fantastic.
Yeah.
Demi Moore was you go girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she was great. And I didn't see Fernanda Torres, but she won the Golden Globe.
Right.
Right? So I really have a hard time. Okay, between this is my okay, now I've narrowed it down to two.
That's good.
It's gonna it's gonna be Carla Sofia Gascon and Mickey Madison. I
Mikey.
have those
Wow, good
two
choice.
that are problematic for me,
Right.
but I think I'm gonna
Sorry.
give it to Carla Sofia Gascon, even though I have issues with the
Right.
thing. I thought he did a great
was a good
job
role.
as he did a great. In other words, he played
Tishy.
he played two very different kind of characters.
Absolutely.
The
That's a good
drug
one.
lord, I totally bought it,
Yeah.
right? And then the trans woman. So I thought that was I'm gonna give it to, although Nikki Madison is pulling at me. Like
Who says he who?
I'm gonna give it to Carla Sofia Gascon.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with you. I thought the five people, I thought, yeah, great performances from everyone. In fact, I was talking to Susie earlier about Wicked. I really was not impressed with that first half of the movie, but it comes alive. And then Cynthia Erivo just, in my opinion, just steals it towards the last half hour of that movie. I was like really bored, and I thought, then all of a sudden she hooked me, you know, and I thought, I don't know. This is sort of really weird because I'm just when I'm watching a movie and it leaves me cold, it's like, why am I keep watching this? And that's when I usually will shut it off. But I went to see it at the movie theater. So, and then by the end of the movie, it's like, okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I want to now see the second part because that character just came alive to me in that last half hour.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say her voice, every time she sang, opened her mouth.
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
I started
Well, I'm
crying.
gonna. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna see a second part in the theater now.
Well, I just thought it was
I
just
can't
so.
even
I just thought it was
imagine
so
that.
rousing, and I agree with you about the Carla Sofia Gascon because that is an incredible performance. Because even at when I was first watching it, and seeing the drug lord, and then realizing, oh my God, that is her. Seeing her as
A man.
no, as the woman, I can't even remember the name anymore.
Right.
She
Amelia?
was. Oh, Amelia.
Right. There
She
you
was.
go.
She was just like, okay, you could tell that's the transitional person. So that's the transgender person. But it's like, but the emotion and the way the character changes, and yet towards part of the movie, the character almost changes back at one point.
Yeah,
It's like,
absolutely.
oh
Yeah.
my God! It's
Yeah.
like so. Her performance is really solid. Demi Moore, like you said, that scene in the mirror alone would make me nominate her because, like I said, that was amazing to me. That was heartbreaking to me to watch. And Fernanda Torres, she has the oddest role because she's playing this. I don't know if you know the movie, if anyone saw it, but it's where her husband disappears. It's based on a true story, right? Her husband is arrested. She keeps trying to go and they were part of sort of or he was, I guess, part of a radical kind of group that left the country, then came back, and then now the husband gets arrested, and then she just wants to visit him. She wants to do this. All of a sudden, oh, he's not here anymore. So her and her friends are trying to figure out, and the whole movie, she's so tormented because not only that, then she's got her children to think of as well, right? She's got these kids she's got to think of. So it was sort of amazing performance, I thought, from her as well. But for me, it has to be Mikey Madison because I'm going for the same reason I picked Kieran Culkin.
Right.
Emotionally, I was so put off by the opening of her film, and I thought, okay, fine, she's playing the stripper or dance, whatever you want to call it, this
Sex
and that.
worker.
Right?
The sex worker.
And it's like okay, and then she's sort of silly, but she has her head together, and then all of a sudden, I'm changing. It's like, oh, like. Good for you. Do this. And it's like, I think you're going to be in trouble. I was feeling so many things by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was really touched by the ending of this movie. So I'm going to give it to her because I think Mikey Madison,
Okay.
I think she carries the movie. I think the movie itself was excellent, but I thought, what a unique performance, or at least my reaction to it. So that's how I would pick her.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue with
I'm
that.
gonna go that either.
I'm right with you. I even though I want Fernanda Torres, because I think it's very hard, as I said, to play a normal person doing normal things.
Exactly, yes.
I love Mickey Madison because I think
Mikey.
you're right, Mikey, because she did carry the movie and you really believe her, and that's a big deal for me.
You really do.
So that's who I picked.
I mean, she was so good that when she was accepting the one of the
BAFTA?
awards, BAFTA. I was like,
She won actually.
Yeah, she
yeah.
did.
Oh,
I was waiting to hear that New Jersey accent, but it wasn't there. It's like,
Yeah, right.
wait a minute, that's not you. Who are you?
Oh, that's good to hear. I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
We're back here for Hollywood.
who's next on?
We've
Now
been
we're
so
doing
jaded.
directing.
Okay, so we're back and we're doing now we're doing best director, eh?
Yeah,
Directing. Sean Baker, Anora. Brady Corbett, The Brutalist. James Mangold, A Complete Unknown. Jacques Ariard, Emilia Perez. Coralie Fargate, The Substance.
And so we start with George. Who are you
Well, this
thinking?
one, I would say, like I said, I really love Nora. I haven't seen The Brutalist. I haven't seen Complete Unknown, and I've seen Emilia Perez and Substance. It looks like The Brutalist looks a pretty impressive cinematography and just the way the whole thing looks. But I haven't seen it. but based on the the scene shots and everything, I'll give it to Emilia Perez, to Jack's Oyard. Just so that just the singing, the different shots, the way the whole thing was moving,
Right.
that was pretty unique. So that would be the one I would say I would give it to.
Okay, Sue.
Okay, I'm torn again between Jacques Audiard and Sean Baker for Nora. Okay, because I gave I I have to go with Sean Baker, because Honora was really an exceptional movie, and it goes through a lot of transitions,
Right, absolutely.
you know, and he carries the story,
Really well.
a dissecting story, really well.
Very smooth.
Yes, very smooth.
Yeah.
And I think a director is a storyteller, and I think he tells a very interesting story.
Yeah.
And he
What's the
Is
word
this
for that?
direct
What's an
all of a sudden?
adjective?
and
Huh?
from beginning
Is
to end,
this direct
like,
all of
yeah,
a sudden?
and from beginning to end, like, in other words, I'm as happy with the beginning as I am with the end, and that to me is like perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I give it to Sean Baker.
Well, it's funny because I have to admit, the Brutalist, Amelia Perez, and The Substance, I will at least say they're really original movies. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
in
That's
style.
true.
Definitely.
I mean, so I understand why they get nominated for actor. And James Mangold doing a complete unknown. Again, the whole movie as a whole, I didn't get into it, but I was surprised that he really captures the time, in my opinion, the time period and the characters. I thought he did very well. But I agree with you guys, or at least with you, Susie, Sean Baker, because I just thought Honora was my favorite film experience that I've had at the theaters in a long time. It was really weird and especially going into the movie, just knowing a very slight thing.
Right.
I did know it won what was the Palme d'Or, George?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I thought, oh, I want to see this. And I think I mentioned this when we reviewed the movie. It's like, oh no, what am I watching? And believe me,
Exactly, I thought
when
that
you
too.
when you see the big breasts on the screen and all the jumping and everything, it's like, oh. But like I said, by the end of the movie, I am so touched. And again, I think because he wrote and directed it, he had probably the most unique voice of just directly doing his stuff. I might mention that perhaps it was a little too long, but all the characters I remember distinctly, that he presented them very well. But I think you're right, the way he told the story, that even in Nothing Drags Down.
What did you say was a
No,
little
no,
too
no.
long?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What did you say was a little too long?
Honora, because I think it was like 2 hours and 20
No, but you
minutes.
said something like the plot was too long. Or something.
No. I would cut some stuff because, like I said, Honora
Yeah, you
is a
didn't
little
need it
too
that
long.
long. Yeah.
For 2 hours and 20 minutes. But the thing is, by the end of the movie, like I said, I am completely in her hands.
Yes.
And that's why the Yura Borisov's character is so important, because it's how he handles her
Yeah.
at the end.
Right.
And it's like wonderful.
Yeah.
So I will give it to Sean Baker myself, but I cannot deny, like I said, the other ones. Though I will say this, I was more or less disappointed because I was hoping Edward Berger got nominated, because I did enjoy Conclave as
absolutely,
the film too,
absolutely.
So that's like you said, that
Yes,
weird thing
yes,
about there's so many
yes.
people, but he had like the most. He and the James Mangold, they were more traditional type of movies that I prefer to get entertained by. So I'll just say that. Go ahead.
Okay, I had a real problem between Honora and The Substance. But Honora has much more different scenes, and not really knowing too much about what directors do. I have to go with Honora because how he kept it all in line was amazing to me, because I could follow it. And it was so up and down, up and down, up and down.
You told a great story. I agree.
So I'm going to go with Honora. Sean Baker.
Okay, well, to me, there's only one movie that's an actual movie that's on here, and that's A Complete Unknown.
Really?
Yeah, the other things are all contemporary, et cetera, like as I said before, politics and stuff. This is an old-fashioned movie, as Lon said. I think it was Lon who said.
Yes.
told in an old-fashioned way. And I got to say, like, there was a moment, I can't even tell you why. They captured that era
Yeah.
beyond perfect.
Mm.
I mean,
That's
I was
true.
there at that time, beyond perfect. And there was a moment, I think it was like with Elle Fanning running across the street. And I don't know why it touched me off, but all of a sudden I started having trouble breathing and I was about
my
to start
God.
crying because it really brought me back to that time.
Ah.
And
God.
none of these other movies did anything for me, really.
Okay.
I think The Conclave is a well-made movie. It could be a made-for-TV movie as it is,
That's
but
true.
it's a well-made movie. This is the only one of these movies to me that deserves a big screen,
Right.
and I think it's far and away.
Well, I would
the best
disagree
job of
because I think The
directing. Okay,
Brutalist
but that's why we're
helps
here.
with the big screen too.
Yeah.
Because of the visual style that it uses. It uses a very unusual visual style. So.
Okay.
Well, you said something about a 622. What's that? What?
What's that?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is this something about 622? Didn't you just say something about 622?
No, I said The Brutalist you should see on a big screen as well.
Really?
Too.
Oh no, thank you.
Because, like I said, that has a very unique visual style, and that,
Yeah,
that
I had to
yes.
fast forward
They,
through
were
that
they
movie.
nominated for cinematographer?
I
I don't know either.
We don't have that on the paper.
Yeah, it's not
George, what do you
that's
think?
right.
For this one, I would say of all the movies I enjoyed actually I really enjoyed Wicked.
Yes.
Which I was in the theater. I haven't seen The Brutalist, but it looks like it's pretty impressive. The
No, we're doing
cinematography.
that director.
Oh, director? No, we did director. Right?
Yeah, no, we're
No,
gonna.
we're still in director.
Yeah, but we already did it.
Oh, so then
Oh,
that's
sorry.
you have to read the
Sorry,
nominees.
babe,
then.
sorry.
You have to read the nominees.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's for.
Oh,
Now
okay.
now I need drum roll.
I just went straight to.
I need a drum roll for best picture. Thank you.
Best Picture: Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked.
So I guess it's me, eh?
Yeah.
That starts. Okay. I have to admit there's a couple I didn't see here. So I'm going to pick between the ones that I saw.
Okay.
Anora, loved it. Conclave, loved it.
Right.
Dune Part 2, it was okay.
Yeah.
Amelia Perez, loved it.
Don't forget Wicked.
I did love Wicked. I
was
thought
okay.
I loved Wicked. So I think, and The Substance, loved it. So that's kind of what I'm choosing between. I'm going to pick Conclave because, I mean, it's just a class film.
Movie.
It's a class film.
It's a
That's
really
true.
good locked room mystery.
Yes, and
And that's hard to
it'll
keep
be
you-
interesting 20 years from now.
Yeah.
It has a long-term theme. It's not trendy.
Right.
It's kind of like this movie is a classic and I will love it 20 years from now as I do now. So the movie was
Right.
perfect. It was almost so perfect.
He didn't like it.
No, I did love it. I loved it. It's almost so perfect that you forget how good it is. Because
That's
you know
what
what
a
I mean?
perfect
Where
movie
all
is.
the acting is perfect,
Yes.
all the writing is perfect, everybody's perfect. So yeah,
Okay,
there you
Lon.
go.
Yeah, it's funny because I will mention that I did see the Nickel Boys, and I understand
What was
why
that?
that got nominated. That was the one about the people. It's a fictional story, but based on a novel that he based on a true story about these young kids who are sent to a detention camp.
That's right. Right.
But it was really oddly done because it was done by the characters' perspectives. So they kept changing whose point of view you were seeing.
Right.
So at least again, I would say that's when I saw that got nominated, I thought, how come other films didn't get nominated? And I thought, oh, at least that's sort of unique, But like you, it's like I've seen all the movies, but I have seen Conclave 3 times. I've seen Dune
saw
Part
3
2
times.
twice. I've seen Anora twice. And
Wow.
I've seen Amelia Perez once and 1.5 times.
That tells you everything right there.
So
Yeah, you're
yes.
a movie addict.
So
More
no,
than I
it's
am.
just that as much as I would vote for Honora, I personally would vote for Honora. I do hope Conclave does win, only because I think you're right. This is classic. It truly is a classic kind of movie in the way it's told, the cinematography. It's the way I felt about Amadeus when I saw it.
No, I love Amadeus.
So,
I hate Amadeus.
it was
I
just,
love it.
it was visually
I like
fine.
it.
It was the art direction, the cinematography, the editing, the writing. It just combined everything that made to me what I think movies are all about. So, like I said, normally I would vote for. If it was my vote, I'd vote for Nora. But I just want to see Conclave. I would just say, give it to Conclave.
Okay, I want Conclave to win, so I'm circling it. But who do I think will win? Something more hip.
Oh, so like
I'm Still Here will either. No, not that one. Sorry. Amelia Perez will probably win, or The Substance. But I go for Conclave because everything you guys said,
interesting.
that's true.
That's interesting, though. You really think they're going to be more experimental?
Oh, yeah.
And more like
No, I think
live
they're
in-
trying to be hip,
Yep. Okay.
and I only use one.
Okay, well, I'm not going with who I think they'll pick here. Clearly, to me, it's a complete unknown.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
It's the only movie. It's the only one I might call a movie.
What's that?
It's the only one of them I would call a movie.
What's the movie?
A complete unknown.
The
Oh,
Bob Dylan
okay.
story.
Yeah. Okay. For me, yeah, same thing. I really like Nora as much as I like Nora too. But I
I
thought
like to.
Conclave to me, when I saw it, it's like this is an Oscar movie. This is Dances with Wolves.
Right.
This is if you build it, they will come. You know, this is that kind of movie. So this is an Oscar movie. So I will say it's Conclave.
Yeah.
God, I hope it wins.
Okay, so that is our Oscar picks.
Yes.
And so let us know what you think. And
Oscars on March 2nd.
March 2nd.
2nd.
And we're ready. We're ready with our notes.
Yes.
Okay.
Goodbye.